everybody, it's Monica and welcome to another Simsphony build. So today we are going to be doing the Elarion Hall in The Sims 4 for my Henford-the-Enchanted Save File, and I'm sounding so exciting right now because this should be the last build for this fantasy save file, and I'm super excited that I'm finishing it right now when we are possibly getting fairies. And the reason why I'm so excited is because I included fairies into the save file. So right now, hopefully they're going to be a functional fairies and not only spellcasters with wings, if you know what I mean. But let's talk about this build. And this build is actually, as you can see, inspired by Elven architecture. Let's be more precise with Rivendell from Lord of the Rings, which is my absolute favorite Elven town that I've ever seen in my life. And I always wanted to build Rivendell in the game, but I just don't see me doing it. So, I'm going to need like months, I think, to finish it. I needed almost 3 weeks to finish this one, and it's built on 30 by 20 lot in the village side of Henford, and obviously it's not so big, so I can't imagine how much time I would spend on doing Rivendell. However, I'm doing a lore for Henford-the-Enchanted, and I had a little story about this street over here. So basically, we have Mom Seraphiel, who lives with her older son Elinvar and her younger son Kylan. And they came to this village because the magical war has started and they lost their father/husband, and it was very tragic. I believe that every fairy tale needs to be a little bit tragic because there is love and beauty in tragic as well. So that's what I was thinking about, and they basically lost everything. Their forest home was gone. So they decided to come here in Henford-the-Enchanted, in the village side. And their mom, like Seraphiel, she decided to open magical shops here. And we have 5 shops in total. We have like a potion shop. Also, we have a wand shop, swords shop. We have crystals and jewelry shop. And also we have shop for magical creatures like specters, dead frogs, tiny cow plants, and all these other little animals that I was able to find in the catalog. So I was very inspired by that idea because originally I really wanted to make a shopping street here in Henford on Bagley for my fantasy save file. However, this wasn't my original idea. I really wanted to do something more like Diagon Alley, let's say from Harry Potter. I wanted to go more into a dark direction. However, I didn't, because if you were following my whole process behind Henford-the-Enchanted, you were able to notice that everything is quite whimsical and colorful. And I just didn't see something so dark in here. We have a clock tower on the other side of this. And that clock tower is one of the darkest builds for this fantasy save file. We also have like Baba Yaga's house. But all of those builds go very well with this fantasy save file, so I thought maybe something different. And since I really wanted to incorporate some kind of an elven story into this save file, I decided that maybe this lot would be perfect for this. I know that elves usually don't live around humans, at least not so often. They usually live somewhere in the woods. They are isolated. But I don't know, this elves doesn't have to be, this is my story and that's how I've seen it basically. And now we are going to get to the first shop. And I had a few problems with shops, I'm not going to lie. So basically, shops work in The Sims 4. Not so great, unfortunately. We can't sell everything that we have in the shops. If we want to have small business residentials, we can basically sell only the things that are on retail shelves or displays. So what I did is I placed retail shelves and I sized them down, and then I added like normal shelves under the items that I placed on those shelves, just to kind of mask them so they look, better for this kind of thing. Because all of the shelves that we've got are super modern and they just don't go with the save file or like fantasy vibes. So that was just the idea that I decided to do. And also I didn't size those shelves too much, so you can still place items onto them. It's a little bit problematic. I tried it myself, but it's possible, so that's a good thing. Of course, if that's too complicated for you, you can, just size them up again and then use the regular shelves. But I wouldn't do that if I were you, if you want your builds to still look cute. And you're going to notice somewhere in this video that I placed a gold book from, I believe, Discover University. And that book, it's just supposed to be a decorational item, and I'm going to show in this video that it is just a decorational item. But yesterday I decided that I'm going to make it as a ticket kiosk. I did a few tricks like this in other Henford-the-Enchanted builds, but for my next video, I think that I'm going to just show you every build from the Fantasy Save File, and I'm going to show you how you can use some items that maybe you are not familiar with, because I created them myself. So I'm going to show you all of those details in that video. So if you are planning on playing with this save file, I would really recommend you to watch that video, because I'm going to tell you a lot of important things that you need to know about the builds for the Henford-the-Enchanted. So basically, I really enjoyed this, and as I said before, I needed almost 3 weeks to finish it. To be honest, we were sending some wedding invitations, me and my fiance. So we went to our families and we went to our friends to give them our invitations. So I lost quite a lot of time. Usually I'm working like 10 hours per day on my I almost said speed builds, but on my builds. So unfortunately, in last weeks, I didn't have that time. And I'm getting married in 3 months. So you will need to be a little bit patient with me. So, I can do all of my preparations and all of the other things that I just need to do because I'm organizing everything by myself. And I already told you that I have chronicle ADHD, and it's really hard for me to handle all my responsibilities and duties along the day mixed with this wedding thing that is going on right now. So that's a little bit problematic. You can see that in this beautiful potion shop, I did this fake alchemy table. You cannot use it. You can come to it. It's like a functional little platform, but you can't really use that table. It's a decorational thing. So in this shop, I probably use the most decorational items just to get that alchemy / herbalism kind of feel or vibe to the shop. So I'm really hoping that you like that because I spent so much time on doing all those details. I just couldn't help myself, and I used all those flasks that I was able to find in the box section. So I placed some little plants inside and all these little things. If you like that, you should definitely watch my Wizard's Tower that I did recently, because I did the most amazing alchemy lab ever. I just enjoyed doing it so much. So definitely be sure to check that one out, because that one is actually functional, unlike this one. So I wasn't focusing so much on alchemy here. I really just wanted to make all these little shops. And also there are some telescopes that the sim can use, and also there are some chess tables that they can use. So think about your business and what you are going to, give to people from here, but it's supposed to be shopping district primarily. And now you can see that we have a residential part as well. Downstairs I did like a separate kind of small house. I mean, it's just a room, but it's for the elder brother Elenvar, because he's a hopeless romantic, and he really likes to date. He's a little bit full of himself, but still he's a kind guy. He's helping his mom quite a lot with her little shops and everything. But I decided to give him his separate area. And his younger brother Kylan, he's still a teen, so he's living in this space with his mother. However, he's on the 3rd floor, and their mom's bedroom is here on the 2nd floor. But they all have enough space in here, I believe. I wish I would have a bigger residential space, but as you can see, this lot is quite small, 30 by 20, not a big lot. So I did what I could, and I'm honestly really hoping that you like it. I really wanted this overgrown vibe inside and out, but I still wanted to maintain this clean, magical white look that we can see in Rivendell. I did a few tweaks myself. You can see that the roofs are shining, for example, and things like that. So it is a little bit different than Rivendell, but you can definitely see the resemblance, So you guys, I'm really hoping that you enjoyed this video and the overall vibes of this. So I'm sending you a lot of kisses, and I just cannot wait to see you again very soon. Bye bye. As always, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss any future builds. Until the next time, bye guys!